transmission. It is I, Mike Martins, welcoming you to Can't Read Market Talk. A lot of people have been asking for Can't Read Market Talk. A lot of people, actually. Somebody brought it up a few days ago, and then Lord Humongous brought it up, and then a couple other people brought it up, and they want Can't Read Market Talk. So I could see if I could score Monday mornings and Friday mornings for you guys for Can't Read Market Talk. Those are typically, well, Wednesdays are kind of important, but I got trends in the housing market at night. So it's kind of important to do trends so we know where we are when it comes to housing. But Mondays, the start of the week, and Fridays, and then we could do predictions on Mondays and then see what happens when Friday hits. I mean, that's just an example of a way we could set we could set it up like that if we'd like. So welcome all to Can't Read Market Talk, guys. Thanks for coming. It's Friday. It is a beautiful Friday. It is sunny. It's gorgeous outside. It is still 8:45 in the morning where I am. The date today is June 12th, 2020, broadcasting from the little town of Merritt, British Columbia. So, guys, let's go to... Okay, guys, don't forget to get on the channel. Please set your reminders for Mike in the Night this week. This Saturday, Mike in the Night, In Touch with the Ground. What's going to be happening? It's still Friday. Saturday's still tomorrow. So a lot could happen by then. So watch out, guys. Watch out. And trends in the housing market. I can't sell my home next Wednesday. And then we're going to do... And then go to the channel and share something. If you guys are bored, just go share something and support the channel that way. Okay, guys. So let's go into... Anyways, I just want to wait for a few more people to join the channel. I just joined the live stream here. And if you guys want to join us, I'm going to see if I could try my best to do this every... Mondays and Fridays. I think it's a good balance for what I think. So... All right, here we go, guys. So let's kick it off. Let's kick it off. No one's getting the... I know no one's getting the notification that I'm live right now. For some reason, it just does not do it. I don't know why people have not been getting their notifications. I'm sorry to everyone that's watching this on replay. Okay, okay, let's go to article scan. There we go. Woo! All right, what are we sitting at, guys? I'm going to tell you guys, I got my butt kicked this morning quite a bit, actually, and I woke up this morning. I thought oil was going to swing back, and I picked up the typical stocks that I pick up on a regular basis. And man, was I wrong. I lost a couple of grand in less than an hour, and I dropped everything I had. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna take this loss and walk away. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of disappointed, but it happens in the markets. It's the risk you take. So right now, the TSX is sitting at 15,145, up 94.15 from a catastrophic beheading yesterday. The S&P 500 is up 38. Again, another beheading yesterday. The Dow Jones is up 395. Was almost down 2,000 yesterday. And Canadian U.S. dollars at 73 cents. Crude oil is down 67 cents at 35 bucks a barrel. Bitcoin, I don't know what that is in American. So the crypto 200 is at 192 Canadian, so I don't know what that is. Gold is pushing the 1750 mark. It's up. It's at 1,746, up 670 today. The Russell 2000 is at 1,367. The 10-year bond is still sitting at. It's up 0.037. It's up 5%. It was down 11%. So we got somebody commenting there. So volatility is, the VIX volatility is at 42.18. So there is a bit of volatility and liquidity in the markets, but not much. And the FTSE closed yesterday. The Nikkei was down again yesterday at 167. And that's why I kind of felt that the markets were going to take another slide today. But it looks like, I'm not sure if there was a lot of hot printed money injection. I'm not sure. And U.S. stocks pair dip buying, advanced bonds drop, markets wrap. So I bought in early this morning thinking it was going to, like, I was going to see some sort of a gain. Man, I was so wrong. I lost a couple of grand this morning, and I was it's like I said, guys, it's just part of the playing the casino, the markets, right? Bloomberg, U.S. stocks paired a dip buying rally that lifted companies that bore the brunt of Thursday's selling. Treasuries and the dollar fell. The S&P 500 rose 1.1%, trimming an earlier surge of almost 3%. Yeah, it went up. It went up. Yeah, 26 Gunter saying just buy the dip bounce. I did buy the dip because I sold when it was high on Monday, and I was going to buy this morning thinking there might be some sort of changes over the weekend. Man, was I wrong. I was just dead wrong, man. So I lost a couple of grand this morning, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, and that's why I come here to tell you guys, you know, it's very risky, you know what I'm saying? Especially in these very volatile markets. I've made some money, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say, you know, I did extremely well, but I made some money doing the swings. So I got my eye right now on my my personal Yahoo Finance. I got my eye on it right now. So I'm watching my personal stuff rolling around right now, and yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I did buy a little bit of Air Canada this morning, and I'm going to tell you why. Even though the company looks like it's not going to go anywhere, or it looks like it's going to go bankrupt. And I'm going to tell you why I picked up some Air Canada this morning. And let's get to that actually right now. Where did that go? I just saw it right here. Let us fly again. Air Canada CEO pleads to Trudeau's government. So right now, Air Canada is asking the government of Canada for some sort of support. And the reason why, and I'm going to tell you why I think the reason why, obviously we have a very, you know, really quick government to bailouts, you know, to bailouts, right? Government's really quick to bail out here in Canada, especially big companies. What would the world think if Air Canada went bankrupt? What would the world say if Air Canada went bankrupt? Right? So that's not a good sign for the world stage, right? One of our main airlines, it's like Qantas going bankrupt, or what's that one there in America? I even forgot. American Airlines, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it doesn't look good on an international level. Okay, let's get to the comments, guys. I'm here for you guys today. So Kevin Runock saying my money is on turn, resigning by fall. And then 26 Gunter says, yo, just buy the dip bounce. I thought I did this morning, but I'm an idiot. Could do straddle, says Kevin Rourke. Buy the breakout, says Stan Ulch. Stan Ulch says, we're in an inverted yield curve. Anyone buying stocks is playing with fire. Well, bonds more so. Yes, bonds more so, for real. Guys, leave me tickers here for any stock exchange in the Canadian, American, and Australian stock exchange. If you guys want to look at them and compare them and talk and stuff, I'll be more than happy to look them up here if there's no issue with that on my end. You know what I'm saying? Woo! Morning market. I'm tired, man. Can't read market talk. I don't know. I might do Mondays and Fridays. I don't know. I just kind of feel it. It's time to kind of talk about the markets. The more you talk, the more you learn, the more you understand, the more you feel what things are headed, right? So let's get back to article scan here. All right. Okay. North American markets rebound after sell-off here. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, this is like one of the Bloomberg correspondents here. Okay. Work from home movement takes hold. Is there still a case for investing in REITs? That's the question. Shopify CEO discusses company permanent work from home shift. Wow. Shopify is going permanent work from home. Oh, wow. Wow. So this is so what they're doing, what Shopify is doing is they're restructuring. So when Shopify restructures, they're looking to save money, especially if it's going to be a permanent work from home shift. That's huge. Because then any lease space they have or any crap, right now a lot of the retail sector is struggling. Why or not doing well right now is because of leasing. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, Mike, it's minimum wage. Oh no, it's the minimum wage, this, that," and everybody is just like, "Oh, minimum wage is killing employers." It's the leases. All these Starbucks leases are coming up for renewal, and guess what they're doing? Hasta la vista, goodbye. It wouldn't surprise me if the one I used to go in Vancouver closes. That place was just full of people shoplifting and shooting up in the bathrooms. So Trump retweets call for Microsoft ban from federal contracts. Oh, Microsoft looks like it might get ahead. President Trump retweeted a post from his former director of national intelligence that called for barring Microsoft Corporation from federal government contracts over its refusal to sell facial recognition software to the U.S. police departments until there are laws governing to use the technology. I think Donald Trump wants out, because I think Donald Trump and Bill Gates are not on eye to eye. They don't see eye to eye. I don't blame Donald Trump. I don't blame anyone for not seeing eye to eye with Bill Gates right now and what's been happening. So, guys, if you're just tuning in, I bought in at the dip and I lost. So, again, it's the casino, guys. I went in thinking that oil was going to have a huge rebound this morning and people were going to jump back into the market. And man, was I wrong. I lost a couple of grand in a matter of 25 minutes. And that was a big mistake I made this morning. And that's why I want to come here and share this with you guys. Not everybody's perfect. People lose money all the time in the markets. But it's keeping it and retaining it that makes a lot of sense, right? Okay, I want to go here and again tell you guys. Guys, I picked up Air Canada this morning. A bit of Air Canada, actually, and I am looking to hold because Let's Fly Again, Air Canada CEO pleads Trudeau's government. So, again, so Air Transat CEO demands financial aid from Ottawa to refund passengers. Air Canada raises $1.6 billion to mitigate losses during pandemic. AMIA vows to fight Air Canada's court move to halt upcoming merger. What's going on with that? So now, again, your people are probably wondering, okay, Mike, so you bought Air Canada, so what's the deal with this? Well, it's no insider secret. Okay, it's no insider secret. I don't know why. I got my lighting set up here, and I don't know why it keeps dipping into different colors. Okay. Again, if you're just joining us, I bought Air Canada this morning only because it's asking for financial aid, and Air Canada right now, I don't think the governments or the governing parties right now want to see Air Canada have to file for bankruptcy. I don't think they want to see Air Canada. So I bought it at $18.40 this morning, and it's up 82 cents. So it is going up. It's up almost 5%. I just have a feeling with this stock. I did sell it. On Monday. So let's look at the 5 days. I did sell right here on Monday, and I bought back this morning. So I'm not doing terrible on the stock. I just did terrible on some of the oil stock I bought. The Big Swing Oil, I lost big time. So this is 18.57 Canadian. That's about 13.50 American. I don't know, guys. Don't take my advice. Do not listen to anything I'm saying. I just want you guys to do your own research on what's going on. So there it is. Air Canada. I bought it this morning. I sold it on Monday again, and I picked it up here. I have a feeling, guys, and that's why we're going to start doing, I want to do Cant Read Morning Market Talk every Mondays and every Fridays. Mondays, we're going to set our predictions, and Fridays, we're going to clean up. So every Monday, we'll come on, we'll talk about, you guys go ahead and give me tickers if you want to look up companies in the chat, and we'll look them up live, and we'll discuss them together here, because we're here together, right? And we'll discuss this. We'll discuss where do you think things are headed. I think now, so let's go back here, Air Canada. So we open an article here for Air Canada. Yeah. EMEA vows to fight Air Canada's court move to halt upcoming merger. Toronto, EMEA Inc. says it plans to defend itself against the move to buy Air Canada in Quebec Superior Court to halt a merger that the smaller company sees a key to its corporate reinvention. The former owner of Aeroplan, a rewards program. Oh, man, that guy's a billionaire. The EMEA sold to Air Canada last year, says Air Canada has filed an application for an injunction against EMEA's proposed merger of its money-losing loyalty points business. The agreement announced on April 29th would see EMEA's Loyalty Solutions brand join forces with Waterloo, Ontario-based tech company to form a new entity called Cognivit, leaving EMEA with a 49% stake of a spin-off. Okay, I see what's happening here. EMEA says Air Canada's court filings allege that the transaction will result in breaches of non-competition. Okay, so it's for Aeroplan miles. So basically, they want to go in and start, people using Air Canada flights with certain points and stuff. And there's always this backroom deals with all that garbage. It's not for... So David Xavier is asking for Costco and Dollarama. Let's look into that in 1 second. So here it is. Let's finish Air Canada off first. Air Canada raises $1.6 billion to mitigate losses during pandemic. Here it is right now. It is sitting at about, what was it at? What's it at? I just had it open here. Sitting at 1870 right now. The stock does have a lot of room to breathe. And if things just go back to normal and people start flying again, I don't see it going back to, let's say, $50, but I see it trekking up slowly, a long turn, there's no dividends being paid out right now. So, yeah, I picked it up at 1840 this morning, so I'm keeping my eye on that one. I got my portfolio open here through my bank if I need to sell it for some reason. And okay, so let's go over some top stories here. Some very important top stories. Layla is saying, agreed, Tim. Tignim, it's as good as gambling. It definitely is. But if you could feel the markets and you could understand the trends, like Gerald Salente's got a great show called Trends in the Market. If you could follow the trends in the markets, I promise you guys, you could make. I've been doing really well. All I've been doing is buying the same 4 stocks back and forth the last 2 months, right? So, my dream is to make enough in the next year or so, or the next 2 years, to pay for all my kids' college if they want to go to university or something. That's my dream, Like to hopefully I could do so. Well, my kids are still young, but to actually really put some good meat away. You know what I'm saying? Freight's picking back up, says Stan Ulch. So let's look at, I think it's CN. All right, let's open another Yahoo Finance. We'll keep an eye on Air Canada there. I think it's CN or CP. CN.TO. Is it CN? No. CP? CP Rail. Is it CP? Canadian Pacific Railway. That's New York. All right, let's see. Yeah, I guess we could look at... let's see if there's a Canadian one. Yeah, there is. There's a Canadian Pacific Railway. Whew! Woo! 343. That's too rich for my blood. And dividend I'm not seeing any dividends here on this. Holy smokeroos. $343 a share. It is going up today. It's up $6. Let's look at the year. Are you guys ready to see the year to date before this crap happened? Oh. Oh, no, not year to date. I want to see no, that's the last year. Okay, so there's June 29. Okay, so you see the dip here in December. Okay, it goes down to 288. So there's the dip there. I would have expected it to go to like to $140 or $100, right? I'm not trying to be greedy here, but I would expect it for very little to no freight moving across the country. Oh, there's Steve the plumber. Hi, Steve. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Who else we got here? Yeah, I tried calling Steve for trends in the housing market on Wednesday. I guess he was tied up. He's always busy, that guy. Like, he's always working. He's a working man, big time. I mean, I'm not saying none of us are working folks, but, I mean, Steve is really pushing himself, you know. Told him to take a break, take a vacation, maybe come see me in America. Why is that light doing that? Man, you move, you give a little bit of shade and the whole background changes. So guys, this is what I'm gonna want to do. I want to do Can't Read morning talks. I would like to do Monday mornings. And then Monday mornings, what we'll do is we'll do some predictions, like this Air Canada thing. We'll do all kinds of predictions. And when we do our predictions, what I would like to see is a cleanup on Friday. So every Friday, we'll do a cleanup. So if you guys want to do, we'll clean up on the stock we discussed and then go from there. If you guys want to leave any tickers in the comment section, please leave a ticker. Right now, it's a very volatile. I've been buying and selling the swings. This morning, I lost a couple of grand because I bought thinking that oil's going to re-rally today or something was going to happen, and I did really bad. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm fine. I'm still positive, but it's just I got out right away when I saw that. I thought, man, was I ever wrong? And it's going to depend on what's going to happen tonight in the markets, in the Shanghai composite. What's going to happen with the Japanese markets and the Australian markets tonight. So we're going to look at the all ords tonight. I'll look at the all ords tonight and see where it's at. And no, it's already Saturday in Australia. Man, I'm so wrong. It's going to depend on Sunday night my time, Monday afternoon Australia. The all ords are closed till next week. I'm sorry, guys. So we got Shafi in the house saying hi. Stan Ulch saying usually till about February 1st. Living the Dream says, what's up, Mike? Nothing much. David Xavier saying Costco and Dollarama. Yeah, gold did go up again mid next week. So China's scooping up. So, okay, he wants to see Costco. I think it's Costco. Is it CO? Anyone know the Costco? It's COS? Here we go. Costco. Wholesale Corporation. It's sitting at 302. It's up a half a percentage point, up $1.49 right now as we speak. You know, we got to look at their earnings and their debt. We got to look at especially their debt and like if they're laying off. So right now, Yahoo Finance is giving it a medium buy at 2.3. Oh, let's go to article scan. I'm sorry. Right now, Google is giving it a medium buy right there. There's the medium buy list right here. Google is giving it a medium buy at 2.3. So kind of hold medium buy. So let's see what they're saying about Air Canada. Let's check the stats on Air Canada. So it's almost a strong buy at 1.9. So it's almost a strong buy. So it's on a strong buy area. So that's why, again, I bought Air Canada this morning. And Dollarama. Let's see Dollarama. Ticket name wants to see Dollarama. DOL. Is it Dollarama? Dollar General? Well, let's look at Dollar General. They're down. They've been doing really well. before this thing kicked off. So let's go to our 1 year. Here you go. There's the dip right there. Nope, the dip is December right there. So there was really no movement there. It kind of stayed strong, and then it dipped in the end of March, and then it started picking up again as they are seeing more activity, better sales. I got to look at I just got to look at their earnings and stuff and see what they're sitting at right now. But they're down to 226, but you can't beat them out of the park right now. Costco, Dollarama, gold will dip again. Let's look at gold again. Let's take a look at our friends here. Gold. Oil, again, is dipping again. So I know there's all these problems with OPEC. I've been following it very closely. So I've been buying and selling this, guys. I've been buying and selling this like crazy. Almost on a daily occurrence, right? And I'm not a day trader, but I could call myself, I could start looking at being a day trader, selling and buying every day. If gold goes to 1800, the breakout, buy, it will surely hit 2000 by the end of the year, in my opinion, even higher if COVID crap and unrest in US keep going. So that is now, so what Stan is saying is now, hold on a second. So let's look at New Gold. This is a stock that I have, this is a stock that I deal with, that I buy very regularly. This is the NASDAQ. I want to see. Okay, it's okay for American viewers. Here it is, New Gold. It's at 133. This is a stock that I bought at 140 Canadian and sold it at 180. I've bought this stock 3 times. It hasn't let me down yet. And look at the 5-day. So you could see this kind of up and down movement here behind my fat head. You could kind of see it here. And let's look at it for our Canadian. Let's see if there's a TO. Yeah, newgold.to. There it is. Oh, that's Nova Gold. Nova Gold's another one that I've been looking at. I mean, if you look at the 5-year, it's been pretty flat right through. And then look at my fat head. It's been going up recently. Is it going to continue to go up on this track? They do have quite a bit of debt. Actually. They're sitting on quite a bit of debt. They do have a good workforce. How many employees do they have here? So it's a strong, it's on a buy list right now. Like, it's on a buy. Yahoo is giving it a buy right now. I don't know, man. Where's their debt? They only got 12 employees, so Nova Gold Resource primarily it's an exploration company and develops gold mineral properties in the United States. Its principal asset is the 50% interest owned by Donlin Gold Project, consisting of 493 mining claims covering an area of 71,420 acres. So you got to be careful because they need manpower. But this, I don't know, it's one of those exploration companies that you could look into and maybe even go visit if they're local, right? So I'm keeping my eye on Air Canada. It's pushing the $19 mark. I might go in and buy some more right now. I'm not joking. As we speak, I might go in and buy some more. It might break out, especially with what's happening. I hate having to sign in every time, but I have to. In case someone steals my phone, I'm screwed. But I think Air Canada right now, let's take a look at what they say here again. They're giving it a strong, almost a strong buy to a buy right here. But I might buy some Air Canada right now as we speak, $8.92. It might push $19 today. I don't know, but it looks like. Let's look at it in the. I don't want the max. Let's look at it to full screen here. Okay. There we go. So it's such a risk, man. This is like a huge risk. Now, again, I'm bringing up Air Canada again because we'll do a cleanup on Monday for Air Canada, and I'll tell you guys where I'm sitting at. But we could do a cleanup on Monday for Air Canada if it goes down or up. And again, let us fly again. Let us fly again. Air Canada CEO pleads to Trudeau's government again. And I think Layla could agree with me in the comments section that Canada needs to look good on a platform. And it's not about reading company profiles and understanding their debt loads and situations that we're in and all that. It's understanding the environment, understanding the governance, right? What is the government going to say to the world if one of our biggest airlines goes bankrupt? So you think in that mentality. You don't think of a business mentality. Thinking in a business mentality, honestly, will get you absolutely nowhere. You got to think, yes, in a business but thinking in a business mentality, taking account for the environment around you, okay? Taking an account from the environment surrounding you, and taking into account what the geopolitical situation is, and taking into account the how much of a risk it could be to you, right? So I'm taking a look at Air Canada right now, and I am up from my initial purchase. Should I buy more? In the comments, guys, let me know in the comments if I should buy more Air Canada. I will buy more Air Canada right now as we are speaking. So, CEO pleads to Trudeau's government. Pleading! Canada should loosen travel restriction and enable to do some reasonable amounts of business, the head of Air Canada said. Yeah, Stan Ulch has a good point there. You have to look at the game and its players, Stan Ulch. Very good point. Oh, I've been looking at a ton of mining stocks. I've been doing a lot of mining stocks. We just looked at New Gold. I can show you some other stocks that I was in that I buy and sell. I've been buying and selling Eldorado. Eldorado Gold, it's at 11.43 Canadian. That's about $8 American. Eldorado Gold, I always buy it when it reaches $8 Canadian, and I sell it back. So if you look at the volatile, article scan here. If you look at the volatileness here in Eldorado Gold, it moves a lot. And I always buy and sell this stock. I buy it on Monday and probably sell it by Friday. That's what I usually do with this stock. And when it gets to $7-8, I always buy it. It's always a deal at that price. Right now, it is selling at buy hold situation right now here. It is Yahoo is giving us some information here. It's at a buy hold situation right now as we speak. So that's that right now. Rio Tinto, I would go near Rio. What's Rio Tinto? Rio Tinto Group. This is the Rio Tinto Group. What do these guys do? I don't know these guys. They're a strong buy right now. They're actually in strong buy territory. What do these guys do? Rio Tinto Group engages in finding, mining, and processing mineral resources worldwide. Again, they're exploration company, right? The company offers aluminum, silver, molybdenum, copper, diamonds, gold, barytes, titanium, dioxide, salt. So they do all kinds. Zinc, blah, 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 blah. These guys are huge. Let's look at them for the last year. That is the last years. Look at the last 5. So it's been an up and down company. It's very big. It's huge. I got to look at their debt load. And again, how many people work for this thing? 46,000 employees, right? So there's always room for restructuring. So when I mean that, I mean jobs getting hacked. And that obviously, I don't want to seem like a bad guy. Come on, should I buy? They're in the hot water mining, and on an Aboriginal site might get mining rights revoked. Okay. Yeah, it will. Someone's saying, I don't see how it will go bankrupt. Predicted Emirates will go bankrupt. And then Layla says it will. It would probably buy its... Ethad, I think it's a prince, will probably buy it, but I don't see it won't go bankrupt too. So, do you guys see Air Canada going bankrupt? That's the point. That's my question here. Especially with the geopolitical stage and right now, here we go. We're pushing $19 right now as we speak. Yeah, we're going to get to the $19. I picked up at, oh, there it is. It just hit 19 right now as we speak. I picked it up at 18. I picked it up at 18.40. I think I'm going to buy more at 19.01. So I'm going to go here, pick up a little bit more. So I'm going to buy, market. No, I'm going to buy, quantity, buy quite a bit of it. All right. Here he goes, guys. I bought another little chunk of Air Canada here. Right now as we're speaking. There we go. Amount has been, the order has been placed. I'm taking a risk here. Because I used to buy Air Canada regularly at $14. It's gone down 5 cents. Nope, it's going back up again. So it's moving around this mark today. I don't see it moving much more from this. It might break the $19 mark by the end of the market close. But you know what, guys? We'll do a cleanup. We'll do a cleanup on Monday and see how I did when the markets open Monday. And then we could do a cleanup on Friday on this stock. And you guys could see where I'm at, if I'm selling or if I'm going to hold or keep or what my situation is. I'm waiting for this to refresh. Okay, so let's go to my portfolio. I just want to make sure it's there. And it is sitting there right now. There it is. It's sitting in my portfolio. Perfect. Yeah, I know. I just, I'm looking at this again at a situation where the federal government is gonna probably step in and bail it out. I don't see. That's just me. And again, it's called gambling. It's taking a risk, right? Tim Hortons is essential business, as David Xavier. Yes, let's go to Hertz. They're doing this fake. Is it HRZ Hertz? What's the ticket for Hertz? I can't find it. Guys, what's the ticker for Hertz, if anybody knows? All right. Guys, anybody out there know Hertz ticker? If they could put it in the thing there, we'll look it up. Yeah, that's a very interesting story that's happening right now. Let's go over some key stories here real quick, if you guys don't mind. Okay, let's go over Bloomberg here. Stan Ulch is saying it's better than putting your money in a slot machine, I guess. Yeah, well, no, you could pull it out. I mean, I don't see, Air Canada is a very risky purchase. I just made one of the more riskier, but I have made some really, really risky oil purchases in the last couple of months. I do say so myself, but I did well with them though, right? I took that risk, right? HTZ, that's okay. I think I did that. Hold on. There it is. Okay, there's Mexico. There's so many. 287. It's up 81. Yeah, this is going into weird. What is? So here it is. Let's go to article scan here. Here it is, guys. So there it is right there. Article scan. And it's Yahoo is putting it at recommendation rating at 3.4 under hold and underperform. Right now. Hold, underperform. So that's what Yahoo is predicting right now. It's up 79 cents today. And they're trying to go into some sort of a bond movement with this company and asking the courts. They're in court right now asking if it's Hertz to sell $1 billion in shares. Hertz rally Power's plan to sell potentially worthless stock. So this is the article here where they're going into courts. Stock appears destined to be wiped out when its bankruptcy case is finished, wants to sell 1 billion more of its shares, even though it readily concedes those might wind up worthless too. Investors promptly to bid up Hertz by 68%. The car renter wants to take advantage of the quick toxic rally and its stock by offering as many as 246.78 million common shares, according to a court filing that proceeds. So, but it's idiots would buy this. Basically, is what it is. It is incredibly creative, and they get props for that. But I wouldn't buy those shares, said Nancy Rapport, professor of UNLV's William S. Boyd School of Law, who said she has never seen a bankruptcy founded this way. So it's really weird that they're trying to sell off stock to a company that's going to potentially wipe itself out when the court case. Like, I don't get it, man. So there it is. So that's what's happening with Hertz right now. I would not recommend entertaining it at all. So again, back to Air Canada. Seems like it's doing. Let's look at the last 5. Yeah, I sold it. I sold it here on Monday. I sold it here for about 22, and it reached 23. I was hitting my head, but that's okay. Then it went right back down. I don't know. I'm just seeing things. I don't know. I just honestly see things changing. I don't know. Especially with these companies pleading to the governments like, let us fly again. So most international flights have been canceled to the U.S.-Canada border, has been shut to all essential travel since March 21st. That could be extended past the planned June 21st expiry, the CBC and Reuters reported this week. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's government has enacted a mandatory 14-day quarantine on anyone returning to the country, even if they have no symptoms. Some provinces have even barred the entry by Canadians living in other provinces. So some provinces are closing off their borders, basically, or their provincial borders, to allow people coming in from other provinces from entering. So that just goes to show, how much of a grip they have with this, right? The growth of the COVID cases and deaths has slowed in most of Canada, and provinces have lifted many pandemic restrictions on business. Canada is closing in on 100,000 cases with almost 8,000 deaths. The Transport Minister, Mark Garner's office, did not immediately respond to the request for the comment. Airlines are pushing back after months of limitations on travel. A move by the UK government to force quarantine rule on incoming travelers sparked an uproar, with carriers including British Airways parent IAGSA saying they'll mount a legal challenge. Air Canada has cut 20,000 jobs and said it does not see a return of 2019 levels of revenue and capacity for at least 3 years. An outlook Ravenscu reiterated on Thursday to weather the storm. It has raised a new equity and debt and expand cargo services, but it has not tapped into the emergency loan program from Ottawa. The airline said that last month it expects capacity in the third quarter to be 75% lower in some period last year. So 75% of what it was last year before this whole COVID thing kicked off, it still isn't that bad. So there might be a decent return on the stock. To be honest with you guys, it is gambling, so be careful, guys. So there it is, up 93 cents. So I bought it, what did I buy? 1880 something. So, it's going back up. It's going back up fast. I think someone's listening to me read this article right now as we speak. But there it is there, guys. So right now, so Yahoo is telling us that right now that this is a strong buy to buy. Right there, behind my fat head. Behind my fat head, right there. Strong buy to buy. So I'm not trying to rally people to buy this. I just want people to do their research here. Pathfinder said, will the retail investing after the downward trend yesterday? Would the retail keep investing after the downward trend? Well, they need to reinvest, right? Retail needs to reinvest or they're finished. Because if you don't have the new winter fashions or fall fashions coming in, whether you're in clothing, shoes, whatever, you're screwed. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You're going to have to be creative, basically. This is yesterday's article, Why You Should Buy Air Canada Stock Now. This is from the Motley Fool. What are they saying? It's all gloom and doom for the airline industry. Air Canada stock, which is in a crosshairs of COVID, fell as much as 80% to the point of last year's high. The stock has since recovered to higher levels from the low in March, which suggests the stock was oversold previously. Last month, Air Canada revealed that it planned to lay off more than a half of its workforce as travel and demand fell off a cliff and flight capacity declined by 95%. Air Canada is a recovery story. For starters, domestic travel is expected to improve later this year. So Air Canada stock raised $1.6 billion from the financial markets and stabilized priced action. Air Canada stock's upside potential. Let's look at where Qantas, Q-U-A? I want to see where Qantas is at, because I know airlines, if they could clear this up, or if the news starts to actually broadcast some good news, right? If the news actually starts to say something positive, you'll start to see an uptick in the markets. You'll start to see an uptick, How quickly do you think people are going to travel after this, especially if they aren't back to work? See, with Air Canada, again, geopolitical. I'm not looking at Air Canada because of Canadians flying. I'm looking at Air Canada of them chauffeuring or moving people from China to Canada and Canada to China. That's what I'm looking at. Air Canada has a lot of flights to China, right? China is their number one customer. You know what I'm saying? Not Canadians. Canadians are $200 away from going bankrupt. Now with Hong Kong looking at you can't fly into the United States, but you could fly into Hong Kong from Air Canada. Look, Air Canada. So Vancouver to Hong Kong. To Hong Kong, you could fly. You can't fly into the States, but you can fly into areas that are obviously hit harder. Yeah, here we go. So there it is right here. 6 flights per week, Air Canada. So let me open this up for you guys. So there it is. There's a bunch of Air Canada flights there. And then there's, so there is flights going into Hong Kong. Cathay Pacific, Air Canada. Cathay, they're owned by the same company, and then Korea Air. But everything is Air Canada direct flights, right? So let's go to Vancouver to Shanghai. But if I want to fly to Disneyland, I can't. So there it is, Air Canada. That's from today. That's departing today. Let's see what we have. Oops. So let's see what else they have here. So who is this? Oh, Cathay Pacific Air Canada. So Cathay Pacific is Air Canada, Air Canada, Air Canada, Air Canada, Air Canada, Air Alaska, Air Canada, Air Canada, Air Canada, Air Canada. So Air Canada is a key bridge to bringing in wealthy Chinese investors, and that's what I look at Air Canada at. Yeah, China is also a paper tiger. Their markets are just as inflated as ours. Plus, they're saying they have this second wave breakout. Yep, that's true. But Canada won't close flights to China. Don't you understand, guys? That's why it's important. So let us fly again. Have I taken is this a bad move? Well, we'll see. We'll see. So let me just see where my bank is at right now, and I'll tell you right now if it's. I think I'm just break even still, because I did buy it at 8. I did buy Air Canada at 18.40 this morning. Let me see where it's at. Yeah, I'm still up. Wow, this is exciting, guys. This is like watching the races. So yeah, we are looking at this right now, and you know what? To be frank with you guys, it's gambling again. It's almost at 19. Come on, 19. It's like the horse race. And sour mustard moves ahead from purple cardigan falling behind. You know when you're watching the horse races, right? Exactly. Shafi D says paper tiger means just printing money. No, he doesn't mean paper tiger like that, but all right, let's go on to the big stories here, guys. Don't worry about what we'll do a cleanup on Monday and see where Air Canada is at, and we'll do a cleanup on Friday and follow the stock, and I'll tell you guys where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open if you guys want, I could do a mock stock with you guys while I actually buy some stock, and we'll leave it at $1,000 US. And I'll go in and buy $1,000 US a stock of the stocks you guys think that I should buy and maybe break up in 4. We could do, no, $250 a stock. It's not much. We could do a stock for $1,000 US. You guys tell me, hey Mike, you guys need to look at, Mike Martins, less than 2% of full-time traders make minimum wage or more. Your income could be better spent. No, I understand, Axel Rose. I've been buying and selling the swings, and it's more than minimum wage. I can tell you that right now. China scooping up Canadian miners after gold rally heats up. So, guys, China's been buying up Canada so fast. If you're watching this in the States and you're like, I don't want to watch this Canadian crap, you want to watch this Canadian crap, because if you get a Democratic Party, if the Democrats get in, you're screwed. You're screwed, because they're going to do the same thing that Canada's doing, and Australia, and New Zealand, and the United Kingdom is doing. China is scooping up Canadian miners after gold rally heats up. Zing miner agrees to buy Guyana gold fields for $323 million. Agreement follows after another Chinese deal for TMAC resources in May. So Canada, basically, it's selling itself out. It's doing its best to do what it can just to... But even Layla asked me, or she even put up a probably one of the best comments on one of the videos that I put. Why are they selling the land? Because these mines are on land. Who is selling Canadian land to China? Why are they allowing the Chinese to... I'm pretty sure if a Portuguese company was interested in something like this, they'll tell the Portuguese to get lost, like they always do. You know what I'm saying? So, it's really weird. Even a Russian company wants to... I think it'd be a problem, So... China's scooping up Canadian miners. So here it is. Chinese miners are buying up small Canadian gold producers as gold prices have rallied about 35% from the start of last year. Zin Mining Group company Lot agreed to buy Guyana Goldfields Inc. for cash on Friday with a valuation of about $323 million. This follows the May announcement by Shandong Gold Mine Company Lot to buy TMAC resources for cash at an equity value of about $149 million. Wow. So there it is. Cash. Why don't they buy it with gold, like Lord Humongous says? Why don't you ask these guys to buy it with gold instead of cash? Right? There's a huge liquidity issue with cash, right? So I'm just going over to do a bit of speculation here on the stock. And it doesn't look like nothing's happening here with the stock that I looked at this morning. So there it is, guys. Spot gold prices and gold miners outperformed the global equity markets this year amid COVID uncertainties and unprecedented global stimulus that follows an 18% gain last year on a broader global growth fears, which had helped drive a series of deals in recent months. Oh my God, I'm coming up to my 1 hour, guys. Green Bean 44 says I'm shorting Air Canada and happy. Sold calls for July. Yeah, I shorted Nexon Mobil, and I shorted Suncor, and what did I short before? This is like in January. I shorted all those companies, and that did really well too, right? So it looks like Axel Rose says Trudeau is going to war with the RCMP over minor issues when they have to enforce his gun ban. And yeah, this is becoming a huge problem. Canada is for sale, guys. Look at that. We're selling off everything to China. I don't know what to tell you guys, honestly. I don't know what Canada is anymore. Is Canada, I guess Canada's one big corporation and you could sell parts off it. And the people that live there, I guess, nobody could really say anything about what happens if you live there and you don't have much of a choice for your family and your future and your kids. That is the one issue I'm seeing with Canada right now, and Australia, and New Zealand, and the United Kingdom. And I bring all this Commonwealth into perspective because it's really tough to... It's just really tough to know where my kids are going to be, or where it could be secure for them, or where they could be in a position where they could at least have a decent life. I don't want my kids to be multi-billionaires or millionaires. I just want them to be happy and live a decent life and not have to worry about, oh, do I have to work 3 jobs to cover my rent? That's not that should not be necessary to cover a rent, in a first world country. You know what I'm saying? Stan Ultra saying everybody has their price. Everybody has their price. What's your price? What would you sell out for, guys? Wow, it's Friday morning. I'm going to go drop off my mail. I'm going to run a few errands around town in the morning. And I am going to be off to... I'm going to be off to the races today. Not to the races, I'm just kidding. I really hope things start turning around, like not just for people, holding stock in airlines or oil companies. It's not even that, guys. It's not even that. I really hope things turn around because they need to. Geopolitically, and I'm thinking turning around for the best. Things turning around for the best and geopolitical, a slow rebuild of somewhat of an economy. Housing to come down, right? Housing to come down. We got Ravi G in the house saying good morning. We got Red Pill Gary. Makes me sick to the country I grew up in. Hardworking people born here could barely afford to rent a small place, yet all these big empty homes everywhere owned by foreigners. So let me say something. That's why trends in the housing market's been going on for 200 episodes of 2 to 3 hour episodes of 200, because no one's addressing this affordability issue. Now there's channels coming in like talking about the housing crash and the bubble and this and that. And I'm like, where the hell were you a year ago telling people not to buy? I was telling people not to buy for the longest time. Why? Because a lot of people that do buy on FOMO end up losing everything because they basically bought on margin and they're in a lot of trouble. Especially when you're only putting down 5, 10, 20%. You need to put down a hefty deposit so you could hedge against any declines in the markets. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, guys. I kind of wanted to throw that out there. Search for the truth tuning in. So, guys, I'm going to start doing Can't Read Market Talk. I might do, like I said, Mondays we talk a few stocks. And then Fridays, we clean up the stock. So we clean up the stock and see where it gone, where it headed, what the announcements were. Would you have made money on that stock? Is it just all speculation? It's all speculation. It's all gambling in the end. And we go from there. So maybe Monday and Fridays, guys. Let me know if that works for you guys. I think it's fine. Mondays and Fridays, and we could do Can't Read Market Talk and go over just go over these stocks, go over where we think these things are going to head. What they're saying, is it a strong buy? Is it a bad buy? What to expect? But it's all risky, guys, and I recommend everybody to do their own research. Do not be a fool. Pick up a book, read, understand, look at the fundamentals, and especially always weigh out your risks. Make sure you understand how risky things are, all right? Stan Ultra saying, some of my family used to run Shine during Prohibition. Yep. Everyone's got a family history, you know what I'm saying? We got Search for the Truth. All right, guys, my 1 hour is wrapping up. I appreciate you guys tuning in to Can't Read Market Talk. Let me know what you guys think. If you like the show, we could do it every Monday and then do a cleanup on Friday. So I think I'm going to do it like that. And then this way we could kind of look at what we talked about on Monday by the end of the week. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for watching. Remember, guys, take care.